Gold traded in a no trade zone throughout the day, as we discussed 2 hours back. 23.38.40 on the downside should be an ideal selling entry, and 23.48.50 on the upside should be a greater resistance. While silver has tried to move itself with little bullishness, but again 31.20.30 zone again proving out to be a greater resistance. While we can see the crude oil and the have stabilized a bit, and it has failed to break below the resistance at 77.3, which we have discussed earlier, and likewise with natural gas 2.55 level. If you look at indices, this is also traded with a modest bearish bias and traded in a range. So what to expect now with the US session and with the data coming in before the US session? How to profit, we are going to see with the help of charts and indicators. This is the second update for the day. Those who had watched the first update must have already profited. Subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to get the notifications. Do like, share and comment, which is always a great motivation, and join the free Telegram channel for live market updates, and join the channel memberships here on YouTube to support the effort. Let's start. Chapters are included. First, we look into metals, followed with energy, and in the end, indices. Gold on the early charts, if you look at after the drop, it has retraced. It is right now forming a nice flag formation. The low somewhere here at around 23.40.36 zone, and on the upside 23.48.50 is a greater resistance. So it has to break beyond these levels in order to confirm a direction. If it stays above 23.48.50, certainly we should treat this as a breakout here. Right now we can see gold shying away from the resistances on the upside. Also on the downside, look at 23.40. Very good support is seen here, and if you connect this, you will find this zone between 23.40 to 23.35 now is going to be a greater support zone, as it is forming a nice flag. Hitting the bottom, it can also bounce. So this is something we should be watchful of. If you look at stochastic, this is dropped and trying to rise. The MACD has crossed over here. It is right now on the sell side, but I can see it is almost running flat without any divergence. If you look at RSI, it is almost running on the 2 hour charts. Also, if you look at see preceding candle, first of all, look at the trend here. Lower highs are seen. Second, look at this bearish candle, but this also comes with higher lows. And then the last candle almost consolidating here. This is also coming with higher lows, and thus the current candle could be of importance, which is going to be a breakout candle either which ways. Either it has to move on the upside or drop here. So we will wait ideally below 23.40 levels, 40 and 35. This complete zone is going to be critical for gold. Once it drops below 23.40.35 zone, we can say slight bearishness can be expected, where the prices might try to move towards 23.30 levels, 23.28 the first target. Then below that, we can look forward to a sharper drop towards 23.18 as well. Stochastic looking down, the MACD is in green. It is not yet crossed over. It is still running with very little divergence. RSI almost staying flat. Coming to 3 hour chart, the observation on the 3 hour charts is same. Lower highs, lower lows, beautifully connected here. Thus this zone becomes critical, and as long as now 23.34 levels, 35 levels are not taken, we should be watchful. It can hit the lows and bounce back. This is something I am worrying about, but nevertheless, if it drops below 23.34.35, certainly the bearishness will increase. So you can sell here at 23.38, 23.40 zone and expect it to drop a bit. If you look at these few movements here, or few candles here, see lower lows are seen here and lower highs are seen here. Where are the highs? 23.55. Where are the lows? 23.20, 23.18. Stochastic has dropped. The MACD, if you look at the MACD, is trading with very little divergence, and it is still on the buy side. RSI running flat. Coming to 4 hour chart, look at 4 hour charts here. Lower highs are consistently seen, and it is observed that there is a greater resistance. Look at the preceding candle that is coming with a red body, and almost look at this line here, and this has become a strong baseline here. We have to see gold trading below 23.42, and then it has to drop below 23.40.38 zone. So there are greater support here available for gold. On the upside also, if you look at it, is forming a nice ceiling here. Nice roof is formed, but if you connect the dots, you can find a nice flag formation as well. So after the drop, it is forming a nice flag, and a breakout here above 23.48.50 should bring the bullishness. Right now it is looking downwards. Right now it is suggestive of slight bearishness. Stochastic running flat. The MACD is in green. MACD is still running on the buy side here, while the RSI running flat. Coming to daily charts, before we look into daily charts, if you want to learn this art of trading, be a part of my 31st mentorship batch starting 10th of June. Do not miss to register. My years of learning and experiences are incorporated in this 15 days batch. Do not miss to register. Equip yourself with the tools, techniques, strategies, and the trade setups which can help you identify the profitable trades with ease. Write an email or ping me on Telegram for your queries related to the services. Else, you can also be part of my signals channel on Telegram. We are trading as per the signals also. You can benefit. Again, connect with me over email or telegram for details. And those who are looking for a broker which offers a SAF-free account with the lowest spreads, you can find the recommended broker link in the channel and video description as well. There are no hidden charges, and yes, you can save much of your capital by enjoying the lower spreads. Now, coming to the daily charts, if you look at the daily charts closely, you will find the preceding candle a swing candle, and it also preceded with a strongly bearish candle. What has happened since then? It has achieved the 50 period moving average and bounced back and closed in green. What has happened today? It has already delivered lower highs, and with that as lower highs, the possibility for it to continue on the downside exists strong, where it can try to deliver lower lows. When you see the lower lows here, and if you connect the dots, you can find out 2318, 2320 should be a greater support zone on the downside. Now, only thing is we have to wait for it to break below 23 40 38, and then specifically 34 35 levels, below which certainly the bearishness will increase, and we can look forward to 23 24 23 18 levels as the next targets here. If you look at the stochastic, this is retraced. The MACD is divergent and bearish. It is still looking downwards, and RSI is flat. Looking at this, I will recommend you to buy gold only if you see it is staying above 2348.50 zone, and even if you are buying at 2348.50, very nearby resistance as 52 and then at 55. Now these two levels are critical. Once it stays above 2355, we can look forward to 2360 levels. Again I am saying, and highlighting this fact, as long as gold stays below 2362.5 and 65 zone, do not treat gold as bullish. It can reverse any point as long as it stays below 2362.5 2365 zone, though the resistances I have mentioned, but these resistances, it can fall shy of 10-20 pips and can reverse. Thus you have to strictly trail your stop losses if you're buying at 2348.50 zone. Be careful there as long as 2365 is not taken. On the downside, now a selling entry at 2340.38 can be taken, but again 2334.35 should be a very good support, and below that we can look forward to 2328, 2324 and 2318. 2318 should be a very good support. Below that we may see it hitting 2310 levels as well. Take your positions accordingly. Now let's have a look at silver. See, silver on the early charts, after forming this reversal sign, it is trading bullish here, but I can also notice that the bullishness is getting diminished, forming a very good step here at 3120 3115 zone, and then $31 levels. This zone has become critical for silver to break past, by else it is trading in this bullish channel. The highs of this channel are towards 3140 3160 zone. It is trying to recover, it is trying to stay bullish. Stochastic is overbought here. The MACD has crossed over here at the bottom. It is trading with divergence, looking upwards. RSI almost staying flat. Coming to 2-hour chart. On the 2-hour charts, you can see it is forming higher lows and the closer of the preceding candle at the top. Though I can see that the see, if you look at this slope is bit aggressive, this is bit moderate, and thus it is very important for silver now to break beyond 3140 zone. Beyond this, you can look forward to 3155.60, and if it breaks beyond 3155.60, then only we should treat this as bullish, else it is still not to be treated bullish here. Greater resistances exist here. Prices were divergent from the 20 period. It has converged here. Let's see if it continues with breaking out this zone. Though right now, if you connect the dot here, you will find lower lows and you will find lower highs, and already it is trying to break out. So let's watch out a little more. Stochastic overbought here. The MACD is on the verge of a crossover, and this is a bullish cross here. This can lead to little bullishness. RSI is right. And if you look at the 3-hour charts here, on the 3-hour charts, similar observation is here. See, it is trading in this bearish channel. It is the highs at around 3140 and 3160 zone, which is a critical resistance zone here for silver. And as long as it stays below 3160, we should not be treating this as bullish. This is also very clear. Now what has happened, it is forming a tail and trying to rise. It can try to move towards 3150 3160 zone, but it is indeed a very good resistance. Be watchful. As long as 3160 is not taken, prices may reverse and it can trade bearish again. So be careful as long as 3160 is not taken. If you look at the stochastic, this is rising. The MACD is bearish. It is trying to converge. It is not yet crossed over. RSI almost staying flat. Coming to 4-hour chart. Look at the 4-hour charts here. See, the preceding candle closed at the top. Second observation here is the body size has diminished, suggests that the bullishness has diminished. But also one must remember the 20 period moving average sitting at around 3140 is a greater resistance, and it can aspire to achieve that. But still, I will not treat this as bullish as long as 3160 is not taken on the upside. Also on the downside of 31.20, $31 levels is a very good support. Once it drops below $31 levels, more bearishness is going to be seen. The stochastic is rising, the MACD is bearish, and the RSI is running flat. Coming to the daily, look at the daily chart. The day started with the lows here. It has already hit the 3080 levels and trying to bounce back. If you connect these two lows, you will, and the highs here, you will find that it is trading in this. The highs could be at around 32, far beyond level. See, the data can bring little volatility. And silver, we have already seen silver showing good swings throughout since last couple of weeks here. So yes, I will say, as once it breaks beyond 3160, then only little bullishness may prevail, else the chances of a reversal will be very high, and then in fact hitting 32 also, it can reverse and erase all the gains. This is something also very much probable and possible. If you look at the stochastic, this is dropping. The MACD is on the verge of a crossover. This is a bearish cross. This can lead to slight bearishness, and the RSI is almost running flat. Now, also one must notice, see, though it has tried to recover, but after the first breakout candle, today is going to be the second bearish candle. And look at the divergence of the price from the 20 period moving average, which is right now sitting at around 3050, 3030 zone, which is a very strong support zone and which is also an achievable level here. So on the upside 314060, and on the downside 304060. This $1 zone is going to be the trading zone for the day, where we have to be a bit cautious and watchful. So looking at this, I will recommend you to now buy at 3140, expect it to move or expect it to get the resistance at 3150, 3160 zone. This complete zone between 3140 and 60 is going to be of prime importance, and it is a greater resistance. Beyond 3160 is where you can look forward to 3175, 80 at the first target, and then 3195, 32 at the next. I do not see it breaking beyond 32. Beyond that, that is something which is not there, or I do not expect it to move beyond 32 at least today. On the downside, you can sell here at 3120, 3110 zone, below which you can expect it to move towards 3080, 3090 zone, first target. And once it drops below 3080 is where the bears will take over, and then you can look forward to a sharper fall towards 3050, 3040 levels. Take your trades accordingly. Now let's have a look at crude. If you look at crude oil throughout the day, we have seen it trading in range C78, proving out to be greater resistance on the downside 77.3. It has to come out of this zone in order to take a direction. Right now we can see good support is seen here at 77.3, 77.5 zone. So we have to be careful in it around these levels. Moving averages crossing over here, signs of bearishness. Once it stays above 78, see, one bullish candle, couple of retracement candle, and the next candle could be equally bullish, taking it towards 78.5, 78.6 zone. Stochastic near to top, the MACD has crossed over here at the bottom, trying to trade with little divergence and bullishness. The RSI is trading with a negative slope. Look at the 2 hour. On the 2 hour charts, you can see the drop here, the retracement. Right now it is trading in the box. It has to come out of the box, and in which ways below 77.3 and 76.8 is where we can look forward to stronger bearish momentum. If you also connect the dots here, you'll find the drop, retracement, then the drop, retracement, and it is trading in this bearish channel. The lows here for the channel at around 76.8, 76.5 zone. If you look at the stochastic, this is near to top. The MACD has seen a strong bearish wave here. It is trying to converge crossover. It has not yet crossed over. RSI also trying to trade with slight bearishness. Coming to 3 hour, look at the 3 hour chart. See a reversal sign, couple of bullish candles, and it is trading in this bullish channel, and this is an expanding triangle. So this is one part to it. Then second part, it has already started with the lower highs and trying to hit the low. So as long as 77.4, 77.3 zone is not taken, we should not be treating oil as bullish. Second observation here is a reversal sign is seen, and the divergence of the price from the moving average. So one possibility, once it breaks beyond 78, the possibility for it to move towards 78.3, 78.6 zone will be very high, which is indeed a very strong resistance. Stochastic rising, the MACD is bearish, trying to converge. RSI almost staying flat here. Coming to 4 hour, look at 4 hour charts. What has happened? Preceding candle, a swing candle, higher lows, higher highs, and this is the second greener candle. Though it is coming with a smaller green body, but hitting the higher lows, prices can try to rebound. Prices can try to bounce back, which means if it breaks beyond 78, certainly we can look forward to a stronger bullish momentum here. And if you look at the 4 hour charts also, just connect this. The lows here could be at around 76.8. That is also one thing which you should be watchful of. The stochastic, after forming the double bottom, it is trying to bounce back. It can recover here. The MACD has formed a nice wave. It is still divergent. It is still staying bearish. And the RSI, if you look at the RSI, is almost at bottom and is staying flat. Coming to daily, Look at daily charts. See, it is started with a little tail on the downside and trying to recover, but I will not consider this for a reversal unless and until it breaks past the median of this candle, which is around 478.6 zone. So that is going to be of importance to us. And then the 20 period moving average at around 78.8 will come into picture. Any move beyond 79 is a reversal confirmation. So yes, we can buy here at 78, but with little caution. As long as 78.4, 78.6 is not taken, the prices can reverse and that fall can be equally sharp here. The first, that is the buying entry. The selling entries I am looking at is 77.3, below which 76.8 very good support, and then 76.5, 76 can be seen. The stochastic dropping here. The MACD, this is important because see, MACD hitting the lows, it is still in the greener zone and it is still under retracement. RSI flat. So looking at this, yes, you can buy here at 78 levels. Be careful at 78.3, 78.6. Two targets beyond 78.6. We can aspire for 79 levels, chances of which appears to be less, but these are markets. On the downside, a selling is at 77.4 levels, below which you can expect 77, 76.8 as the first target. Below 76.8 is where increasing bearishness should take it towards 76.5 levels and 76 levels. Take your trades accordingly. Now let's have a look at natural gas. So look at natural gas on the hourly charts. Earlier in the day, I have mentioned one level 2.555 to sell. How important just 5 points here on the downside are so strong. Earlier in the day, if you see, the video was created at 2.56 and I have mentioned a selling entry is only 2.555. So far it has respected this. Now it is also, if you look at the top retracement, and it is trading in this channel here right now, I can see a very good support is seen here. So once it draws below 2.5 levels, 2.555 levels, in fact, you can take a sell entry, but then 2.54 is the strongest support, and below 2.54 is where we can look forward to a bearish move towards 2.52 and lower levels. Right now what it has done, it has waited for the 20 period moving average to come down. On the upside, 2.58. In fact, I will recommend you to buy here at 2.57 itself. So 2.5. Now I am lowering it to 2.5. When you see the higher prices about below 2.5, you can take a sell entry, while the buying entries can be at around 2.757. Stochastic at bottom. MACD is looking upwards. It is still staying bullish. RSI coming out of the oversold zone. Look at the 2-hour charts. On the 2-hour charts, I can that yes, though it is trading with a support, but the double top levels here and then the continuation of bearish momentum. So if it draws below 2.55, we can say it is taking a shape. 2.54, 2.52 are the two targets which it may try to achieve, and on the upside 2.58 indeed is a greater resistance. Stochastic looking down. Look at MACD. This is crossed over here at the bottom. It is looking divergent. It is still staying bullish. So a reversal is what should be seen, but right now it is not showing any such signs. RSI oversold. Coming to 3-hour chart, the observation is more or less same on the 3-hour charts, but look at the signs here: lower highs, lower lows, and right now it is trying to give a break here. So 2.55 ideally should be the level now which we should take a sell entry on. Yes, it is staying oversold on all the indicators here, on all the time frames, and on the 4-hour charts, if you look at on the 4-hour charts, yes, lower highs here, yes, lower lows here, and it is trying to take a shape. We have to wait for it to give a clear-cut breakout here, either below 2.55 or above 2.58 for these 30 points. We should not take a trade. Stochastic oversold, MACD bearish, RSI oversold. Coming to daily. On the daily chart, see, it has formed a little wick on the upside and it is trying to drop a bit lower, but I will wait for 2.5 levels to be taken. Below 2.55, 2.55 levels to be taken. Below that, 2.54 and 2.5 are the two targets. 2.52 is also one support, and then 2.5 levels will come into picture. See, prices were divergent from the 20 period. It is converged here, but I can also see the bearishness getting diminished here on the daily chart. See the candle sizes here, and look, both the candles have closed at the bottom. This is certainly a bearish closing here, but the flat bottom calls for it a reversal as well. But look at the stochastic. This is extremely oversold, so a little bounce back has to be there. If not today, soon. But look at MACD. MACD is something which is a worry point for me because see, it is crossed over here at the top. It is trading with divergence. It is looking downwards and it is suggestive of bearishness. RSI has also dropped a bit. So looking at this, you can buy here at 2.58 and sell at 2.55. If you're buying at 2.58, 2.6 first target, and then 2.625, 2.65 levels will be seen. The next targets. Any move beyond 2.7 is the reversal confirmation. As long as 2.7 is not taken, do not treat net gas as bullish. On the downside, a selling entry now at 2.55 levels, but then 2.54, very nearby support. We cannot avoid this. and then 2.52 is the first support. Below 2.52 is where we can look forward to slight increasing bearishness, where 2.5, 2.45 levels are the next targets. Take your positions accordingly. Now let's have a look at Nasdaq 100. See, Tech 100 has been staying in the zone. You can see very strong consolidation is going on in between. See, it is given a drop here, but failing to stay below levels, lower levels, it has shown a very good recovery. Now we have to wait for it to break beyond 18,520 levels, which will be confirmation of a reversal, and then we can look forward to 18,550, 600 levels as the next target zone. Right now we can see it consolidating strong and forming a very strong base here. If you look at the stochastic, this is also rising. The MACD is also crossing over here at the bottom, trying to rise, and RSI is also looking forward to a little bullish move. Coming to 2 hour, looking at the 2 hour chart, see the uh, levels here at 18,520, greater resistance. Since then we have seen it trading bearish, lower highs, lower lows. Right now also it is almost on the verge of forming lower highs. So once it breaks beyond 18,520, that is the only level at which you can buy. But then also we can look forward to 18,550, 570 levels here, the first target zone, and then 18,600, 4060 zone will be seen. If you look at the stochastic, this is rising. The MACD is bearish, it has hit the lows. It can trying to converge crossover for the buying entries. RSI is also looking bullish. Coming to 3 hour charts, on the 3 hour charts, we must not forget the resistance here and the preceding candle as a swing candle. It is trying to start. It can hit the highs here and can reverse again and trade bearish possibilities there. Anything can have, everything is possible. These are markets. But right now, as long as 18,520 is not taken, we should not be buying Nasdaq 100 here. 520, 530 zone is where we can initiate a buying entry for 560, 570, and then in fact we can look forward to 600, 660 zone as well. Stochastic oversold, MACD bearish, and RSI is oversold. Everything is oversold here. It can try to recover a bit. Coming to 4 hour, look at 4 hour charts. What has happened? Preceding candle, a swing candle. I can see a bit of consolidation going on here. A bit of swing is what you can see. On the downside now 18,420, very good support is what you can look forward to. Also the consolidation here. Now if it draws below here 18,450 levels, we can again look forward to 18,420. And if it draws below 18,420, we can expect a sharper fall, which can take it in fact towards 18,350, 330 zone. Stochastic oversold, MACD extremely bearish, and RSI is flat at bottom. Coming to daily, now look at daily charts. They started with the lows. It can try to in fact hit the lower highs. So lower lows, lower highs, which means it can aspire to in fact move towards 18,680, 700 zone as well. Also looking at the flat top, see it has started the day with the 20 period moving average, which is indeed a greater resistance. So once it breaks beyond this zone at 18,520, 530, we can expect it to rise a bit. 18,550, 575, very good resistance there, then 18,600, and then 18,660 levels will be seen. Stochastic hitting the lows. Look at MACD, this is still trading divergent, this is still staying bearish, only just 2 candles away. It has further room for it on the downside, so swings cannot be denied. RSI dropping sharp. Looking at this, buying entry only above 18,520, 530 zone, and then I mentioned 18,550, 575, 600, then 660 levels will be the target. Beyond that, in fact, it can aspire towards 680, 700. But I do not see it breaking beyond 700 levels, which is going to be definitely a difficult level for it to break past by. On the downside, you can sell here at 18,450 levels. But then 18,420, 400 is the one level it needs to break. Once it draws below 18,420, 400, we can look forward to a sharper drop towards 18,350, 330 zone. And in fact, we can look forward to a further sharper drop as well. Take your positions accordingly. Let's have a look at Dow Jones. See, US30 on the hourly charts has been trading in this zone with the median at 38,100 levels. So 38,200 on the upside, 38,000 on the downside. It is trying to stay at around the medians. Right now it is indecisive which direction it wants to take. But if you connect the slope here, 38,150 should be an ideal entry, and then breaking beyond 38,200, we can look forward to a stronger rise. What has happened here? It has waited for the 20 period moving average to come down, and now it is taking the resistance from the same levels. Stochastic has dropped, MACD has retraced, trying to converge crossover for sell. RSI is comfortable. It has just come out of the overbought zone, oversold zone. Coming to 2 hour, on the 2 hour charts, what you can see is reversal sign, then the retracement. It has hit the lower low, so it is still showing that possibly a breakout on the downside is on the verge of it. And thus, if it stays below 38,020, 38,040 zone, we can initiate a selling entry and expect it to drop below 38,000. Now, once US30 drops below 38,000, we can look forward to a sharper drop towards 37,900 and 37,800 levels. Stochastic looking down, MACD is still divergent, bullish looking upwards. RSI is still at the bottom here at the lowest levels. Look at the 3-hour charts. What has happened here on the 3-hour charts? Drop, retracement or consolidation, drop, retracement on consolidation. Now, a breakout here is going to bring enough bearishness. Be watchful of this. Also, on the upside, it can reverse here, but I will wait for 38,200 and 38,300 levels to be taken in order to confirm a reversal. Stochastic flat, MACD has crossed over here at the bottom, trading with divergence and bullishness. RSI oversold. Yes, the indicators are oversold as well. Coming to 4 hour, look at the 4-hour charts. Enough consolidation is going on, and right now it is indecisive which direction it wants to take. Ideally, below 38,020, we should take a sell entry, or in fact, below 38,000, we should take a sell entry for 37,900, 37,800 levels. On the upside, looking at the flat bottom, if it breaks beyond 38,150, you can take a buying entry, but then yes, it could aspire to move towards the 20 period moving average as well. The stochastic flat, MACD has crossed over here at the bottom. It is looking upwards. It is trading with divergence, and see, it has seen enough bearishness. It has come to see coming off from the highs at plus 200. It has hit the lows at minus 300. So a little recovery can be expected. RSI oversold. Coming to daily, look at daily charts here. See, bearishness has got diminished. Prices stayed within the zone. Today it has formed lower lows. It can try to move, in fact, further lows here. That is also possible. See, moving averages are now looking downwards. We have to wait for it to stay below 38,000 levels. Then we can look forward for it to hit the triple bottom levels here at 37,800. Below 37,800 is where the bears will be taking over. Stochastic oversold, MACD extremely bearish, RSI hitting the bottom. So looking at this, I will recommend you to sell here at 38,040 levels, but then 38,000 it should break, and then we can aspire for it to achieve 37,900, 37,800 levels. On the upside, I will wait for it to break beyond 38,150 levels, which will take it towards 38,200. Once it breaks beyond 38,200, ideally that should be the time when we can say that it is turned bullish. So take your positions accordingly. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Join my mentorship batch, join my signals, write an email or ping me on Telegram. Join the free Telegram channel for live market updates, and join the channel memberships here on YouTube to support the effort. Do not miss to watch the weekly reviews as well. That will set the direction for the coming week and for the month of May. Do not miss to watch it. Thank you. Have a great profitable trading day ahead. Thank you.